Come take a look. There will definitely be something that catches your eye.
Inactivity serves no purpose whatsoever.
I guess I'll post the commission at the Adventurers Guild. Haven't you heard? There's a strange wanderer near.
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
Traveler, Paimon. It's good.
Everything going smoothly over here?
Sort of. As you're probably aware, Varka, Diren, and I captured some abyssal creatures from the Wild Hunt. Per the plan, we dissected and analyzed some samples of these creatures. The process went very smoothly. The findings, however, come with some...
What? You can actually dissect the Wild Hunt?
That depends on your definition of Wild Hunt and dissection.
Harmless, lifeless. These words are accurate descriptions.
The Wild Hunt is an interesting phenomenon. In and of itself, it doesn't seem to possess anything akin to a human personality. But taken as a collective, the medium through which the Wild Hunt is summoned does appear to have a soul. Master griped a lot about the wise Horoptotire, and seemed somewhat fascinated with the foul Elegy. But she barely mentioned Rerir at all. I don't think that was because of his lower social standing, though. Anyway, it's a pity. I should like to hear her thoughts on the nature of the life form he has become today. It's a strange mix. The furious energy of an abyssal being channeled through a fractured physical existence. A consequence of being torn apart by an unknown power. Perhaps the only explanation for his survival in this state is that he sacrificed a degree of individuality in exchange for a continued Oh, sorry. Once I get talking about interesting research, I have a tendency to go on indefinitely. Back to our research findings. Essentially, they confirm my hypothesis. Rerir's corpse is completely contaminated by the Abyss, and you could think of this as Rerir in mutated form. But in my view, even that would be inaccurate. In reality, unfortunately, at present, we have no means of completely eradicating abyssal power.
Oh, that's terrible news. So, that's it? We can't defeat him?
Miss Columbina's situation is a difficult one. She can never achieve wholeness when the world does not accept her presence. It's as if her creator banished her to a place she can never be accepted. It means she spends most of her energy just...
Given the circumstances, it's only natural to despair. But we must see this plan through to the end. Time to kick off the backup plan.
Oh, Paimon almost forgot. This is for you. Dory asked us to bring it.
Ah, how wonderful. Well, thank you for making the trip.
I'm sorry I won't be there to protect you in person this time. Please...
All right then.
Miss Lauma, is everyone here?
Yes. The fate of my flock is in your hands, Grandmaster Varka. Please keep them safe.
My lady, what are you...
Within the next 24 hours, we will face the biggest crisis the world has ever seen. This is not a burden that we deserve to bear. But I believe that we reap what we sow in this life. So I intend to act. I must do what I think is right. For me, that means fighting for the future of Nodkrot. This gentleman is the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, Varka, Knight of Boreas. In my absence, please follow his lead.
Hey, everyone. Guess I should introduce myself. Well, to start with, I know my way around a battlefield. The biggest strengths are honesty and hard-workingness. Anyway, point is, I don't intend to let Lauma down. I'm gonna do everything in my power to keep every last one of you safe and...
Something on your mind?
Miss Columbina, was it? I believe...
That's right. Names are funny things. Have you always been called...
Yes. I take it your own name has a more complicated history.
I have a different relationship with names than other people. To be honest, I'm not even sure that Columbina is my name. But it's what everyone calls me, and I go along with it. A lot of my life has been that way. I get so used to things that I forget to question why they are so. I never used to think much about where names come from, or what they mean to people. Maybe something's wrong with me.
You're different from other people. I sensed it the first time we met.
You're more perceptive than most. I'm sure you're long. Do you ever find yourself missing Conria, Mr. Dainsleif?
Difficult to answer. I have dreamed of the past many, many times. Sometimes I'm fighting tooth and nail. Other times I'm lying on the ground, defeated. I don't recall any happy moments from that time. It has been too long.
Is that because hatred survives longer than love and...
That would not be for me to say. I make no excuses for the grudges I bear. But whatever the reason, I remember little that was beautiful or... Thank you for your help with the Rerir situation. Without your efforts, I never could have...
You're welcome. I know he's your friend.
Friend? He betrayed me. And I never really understood what he was going through in life.
Okay. So, do you plan...
I...
You see, you're torn. Now you know what really happened. You see that the...
I need some time.
Of course. I completely understand. Anyone else in your position would feel conflicted too. Actually, I went through something similar myself recently. Something happened that changed my perspective.
You mean the Harbingers who still support you, even though you've left the...
Yes. I always thought they were only helping me because Harbingers are forced to work together. But then I abandoned them. And even now, they still support me.
Clearly, they view you as a friend.
I feel a little guilty now. I regret not seeing her help for what it was. I see the guilt that you're feeling now, because I feel it too. Hopefully. Have you noticed that the Traveler and Paimon are over there? I think...
Huh. Shall we say hello?
Sure. Hello. Ah! They caught us!
I apologize for making you worry. No doubt you wish to know where I stand on the plan to take down the Recher of Solnari. I'm afraid I need a little...
You will? Oh, thank you so much!
They needn't be. This was something that I was
That doesn't matter to them. They're grateful to you. You can't control their gratitude, so just accept it. And
It's nearly showtime! Let's go rendezvous with the others. You know the place.
Rise with the sun!
Ah, you're earlier than I expected.
Hey, Blintz! Been waiting here long?
Not too long. I came a little early so I'd have...
Are you nervous about the battle?
Quite the opposite. I'm reminiscing on my past battles. When I was awakened by the Ratniki, I had not touched a weapon in many years. I felt like the battlefield was not where I belonged. But after waging war against the Wild Hunt for so long, I came to realize something. A life of absolute peace is simply not a possibility for my restless flame indicates that somewhere inside of me, there is a deep yearning to root out the evil in this world.
Oh, that doesn't sound like such a bad thing.
Well, in the past, when I was a Fae whose primary concern was hibernation, it was hardly, but it certainly serves me well here in the present. And I am delighted to be able to join
Looks like I'm not the first to arrive.
Ah, Miss Lauma.
Did you sleep okay last?
I struggled to settle down at first because of the nerves. But don't worry. Please.
Never! Over here!
Aino asked me to relay a message. She said Anefa will be on high alert and keep a close watch over all secondary districts where defense is required, providing support as necessary. Meanwhile, Aino herself will provide range support to us directly, using her latest invention.
Excellent. My thanks to all involved.
The chest set's looking a little unstable.
It won't hold him much longer. We should be prepared to
No sense sitting around waiting. Let's make the first move while we...
I agree. Paimon, find a safe hiding place.
Got it! Be careful, Traveler!
I will.
Everyone, take your positions as soon as the battle starts. Every ounce of strength we have in our bones, let us bring to this...
Ready?
Let's go.
I've seen all your futile ploys before. You have become the authors of your own demise.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
You are merely a moment of sport before I tear down the moon.
Stay on your toes.
You too! Moonlight! Praise you!
Be silent. Observe. Close your eyes.
Let me help you guys.
Stay your hand. With one heart.
Moonlight!
Observe. Be silent. Close your eye.
Can't hide the truth. It all adds up. The mystery unravels. It all falls into place.
Futile!
No. You poor lost one.
Observe. Close your eyes. Be silent. Observe.
Moonlight! Betrayed.
Night falls.
Can't hide the truth. No more lies.
Leave this place. By the frostman of old.
Wipe out!
The deception ends here.
Be silent.
It began with the moon, and so shall it end.
The moon will protect you. Forest, protect us.
Betrays you.
You poor lost lamb.
Do you see now? Vanir, when will it be as you foretold?
Forest, protect us.
Welcome here.
Within.
You poor...
Be silent. Observe. To dust. Close your eyes.
Bombs away! Go!
Forest, protect us. For the everlasting forest.
Futile!
Can't hide the truth. The deception ends here. It all falls into place. Shameless. It all ends up.
Be silent.
Moonlight!
Keep your distance.
Can't hide the truth. Time to come clean.
By the frostman of old. A grave transcription.
Hunt them down!
I better wrap this up. No more lies. Seek within.
Leave this place.
Be silent. Observe.
It's all futile.
Close your eyes. Night falls.
With one heart, we pray.
Your little game Moonlight is over. Move. Who wants to go first? No. Get out of my sight!
No! We've been separated!
Will it take?
You okay?
Never! Where are the others?
Stuck outside the barrier. I guess he really doesn't like us.
I told you before. Knowing too much is death sentence.
Be careful what you wish for.
Mama! Can you hear me?
Hold on, wait. Silence.
But at least I know they're still there. I need to focus. Stick to the plan. Remember my most important task. Just keep stalling. If I can stall them any longer, the moment will come.
No more lies.
Go! Wipe out!
Seek within. Can't hide the truth. Let's see tomatoes.
Water check!
It all adds up. Let's see tomatoes. Absurd.
Water check!
Don't push your luck. Can't hide the truth. Let's see tomatoes. Let's see tomatoes. The mystery unravels. It all falls into place. Let's see tomatoes.
Bombs away!
Seek within. It all adds up. It all falls into place. No more lies. The deception ends here. Can't hide the truth.
Go! Yeah!
No more lies. It all falls into place. Absurd. It all adds up. The mystery unravels.
Go!
There's no other way.
The only way to defeat Rarer is to borrow his own power. That means Columbina will have to disappear while you two bear the brunt of his attacks. You have to hold on. Find a way to keep him focused on killing the two of you.
Never. Your eyes are bleeding.
Soon you will be powerless to resist, and then I will reduce you to...
But that dust will plague your memories. Come on. Keep holding on.
Any other tricks up your sleeve? Let's see them. As entertaining as they are. You've backed yourself into a corner.
You don't fool me. I see your fear clear as day. I have to stoke his rage. Make him unleash everything. You fear what you could never defeat. You fear the thought of never being able to save your beloved. You cannot win the fight against fate, Rerir.
Is that what you think? Well, now it's your turn to feel afraid!
You fear the sound of your own name?
Is it us you hate? Or is it what you've become?
Let's see what becomes of you! What's happening? That power. I've seen it before.
His power is on another level. We'll need to use an alchemical array to convert his power into a usable form. Then quickly channel it into Columbina, rendering her powerful enough to compete with him.
I'll join you. I can help. If I release enough abyssal energy into a confined space, it'll create a potential difference, allowing us to extract a huge amount of elemental energy. Next, I'll synchronize with everyone's minds using pyro, then give you temporary access to their abilities and fields of view. But it won't last long. Can you see?
Well enough.
So, we have a student of Gold Rhine-Daughter in our midst.
How about that?
You use my own power against me?
Just like how you stole Kuvaki. Look familiar?
Don't you realize? You don't have the power to hold that gate open.
I don't, but someone else does.
Goodbye, Rerir.
We won.
Nefer, how are your eyes?
They're fine. Apart from the
It's not too late.
Let me handle it. Miss Nefer, it's not like you to lose your composure. That was the most reckless thing I've ever...
Reckless how? The situation was critical. Our lives were at stake. We had to do...
Even so. Okay. I guess you're right. Under the circumstances, it was a wise decision. In business terms, I suppose that's a huge return on investment.
I'd be hard-pressed to argue otherwise.
Still, I don't like this outcome. And I don't want people suffer when they make sacrifices they shouldn't have to make. Whether that means faith, strength. I had hoped you could win without sacrificing so much as a single hair on your head.
Thank you. Really.
All done. Don't try and open your eyes just yet. We'll see how you're doing in a couple of days. Until then, please, I'll send full details through Yehoda. For now, just get yourself home. My dear friends, we have fought bravely and achieved a spectacular victory. A dark cloud has been lifted from the skies of Nodcry. All in this land will be grateful for what you have done.
The moon will remember this day. Thank you both. There's something I want to let you know.
What is it?
When Durin connected everyone's minds so I could access their powers, I also felt everything they felt, and since Nefer's eyes were injured, my eyes are hurting now too.
Hold on. Let me try.
I only feel the pain. There's no actual damage. I just...
You're right. There's no damage. But I must say, I'm surprised to hear the Kuthar share something like this with me. In the past, you never used to open up about...
Things are a little different now from how they were. I'm learning to share how I truly feel with my friends.
Friends? You have no idea how glad I am to hear that.
How are you feeling? Any aches and pains? Did you sleep well?
I'm doing all right, Paimon. No need to worry about me.
Phew! Well, that's good. Paimon's been sitting on the edge of the bed worrying about you for ages. You slept a whole day and night. Poor Paimon had to eat all by her lonesome.
Glad to hear you didn't starve. How was the...
Well, it wasn't the same without you there to share it. Honestly, Paimon just can't relax when you're not your usual self. She couldn't enjoy...
Well, I'm back to normal now.
Oh yeah, and Albedo swung by earlier. He said to tell you to head to the tavern when you woke up. Varker and the others are organizing a victory feast, and he also dropped off some medical supplies, but you seem fit as a fiddle, so if you're feeling up to it, let's head over now. We're here!
Oh, Traveler and Paimon! Perfect timing! We were literally just saying how there's no way we're...
How are you feeling today?
Much better. Thanks. Don't worry about me.
Relieved to hear it. If that changes, just let me know.
Yep, we're here for you. Anything you need, just let us know.
Oh wait, where's Nefer?
How are her eyes doing?
Nefer's right over there. I'm sure she'd love to catch up with you.
Traveler, Paimon, are you recovering well? Turns out that moon chanter has some real talent after all. My eyes were mostly recovered after just a couple days' rest. I can actually open them again now.
Yeah, but you gotta be careful. Lauma says not to strain your eyes.
Yes, thank you. I'm well aware.
Yehoda, could I borrow you for a moment? I could do.
Oh, did you hear that? I gotta go help Lauma for a second. You guys chat among yourselves. I'll grab us some drinks on the way back.
You bet! Make it extra sweet, because Paimon's earned it.
Sure thing.
The Raker of Solnari. Kind of no, definitely a snake. A poisonous one who spewed his venom at anyone who seeks revenge out of hatred for other people has become a snake. That's something my dad used to say. Perhaps. I'm sure it sounds like a very wise and open-hearted perspective to your ears. What else is left when everything you depended on in life gets stripped away? Something's gotta fuel that drive to keep on living. If you're worried about me, you can nip that in the bud. I'm not someone who gets... It's just... I suddenly feel like I was wrong to call my father a liar. He was just a fool. Oh, Father. How much better things could have... Look at the Ibis King. Thoth is a fiendishly cunning liar. And yet, strangely, he feels more like a father to me than my real... He's never brought it up, but I'd bet he feels the same way. Why else would he give me the power to perceive the truth, while at the same time training me in the art of deception? Well, King Deshret banished him to Aru, which is essentially a prison, and posed 3 questions to him. He promised that he'd have his freedom if he could find the answer. His response was to take on a physical form and approach me, hoping that I could become his envoy and search for one of the answers on his behalf. Did he really think I'd fall for that? He's stuck there. He can't make me return, so that's enough for you to decide he's nice. He's a prisoner, and he was scared. So he decided to perform. He lives in fear because he's a deceiver. How is Rerir any different? It's preposterous. Yet I can't say I don't understand it. Liars live in the darkness of their own making. But it's still human nature to want to go on. They say that a liar's soul is the most worthless thing in the world. What do you think? Good. If you understand that, it means you're smart. And you see things objectively. If you ask me, the soul of a liar really is worth nothing. Because all they care about... For example, when something good falls into my lap, I don't go sharing the news around. Stops other people trying to steal... So be it. They have sharp ears. I can't keep anything from them. Oh, is that what it looks like? Well, you all know my past now, and I can't simply eliminate everyone who knows too much. So I guess I just have to put up with you. When you find yourself in a situation you can't control, the safest play is to keep calm and start monitoring everyone involved like a hawk. In the intelligence, if you understand what's at stake, please ensure my secret is safe with you. I trust you'll respect my wishes as a friend. Very good.
Oh, wait! Now that the panic's over and we've all calmed down, Paimon suddenly remembered something. After all that build-up, our mystery ally never
Huh? Am I imagining things?
So, that close colleague who stayed behind with you? What's he been up to recently?
Don't know, don't care. I get more normal human interaction from hanging out with Bosco too than him. Although, now you mention it, he hasn't bothered me in a while. I wonder if...
If he's disappeared without a trace, it's the biggest gift he ever gave to the world. But I somehow doubt that's what's going on. He won't lie low forever. So we'd better stay on guard.
Ah, Lord Sangama Bay. I must thank you for the device you provided. It was an enormous help. Would I be right in thinking that it was developed by the Academia?
Why come and ask me when you clearly know already?
I mostly came to thank you.
That's more like it. A little gratitude goes a long way with Lord Sangama Bay. Play your cards right, and you might even stand a chance of becoming my long...
The chance to work with such a kind and charitable investor as yourself would be a great...
Huh? Charitable? Who said anything about charity? First I'm hearing about...
Let's see. The first plot of land you purchased in Nodcry, your desert interests, and...
Stop! What do you think you're doing? Exposing my investment history!
It's nothing to hide from. They're all perfectly legitimate investments. And some of the land you purchased was with the intent of building a sanctuary.
How did you...
You're a curious case, Lord Sangama Bay. You don't like people finding out about your good deeds, do you? But I'm afraid no matter how hard you try to keep things under wraps, where there's a will... You did it for Sumeru, didn't you?
It was empty land that was gonna go to waste otherwise. I figured if I built something there, it might... Disasters are capricious things. They strike without any warning. I've lost family to a disaster before. My elder sister used to dream of finding a sanctuary. Somewhere with plenty of food, water, and medicine. It was something I looked into. But after discussing things with the Dendro Archon, the tech people handled the tech, and Moneybags provided the Mora.
It's a pity that so few people know the truth about you. Everyone says that you view everything in terms of Mora.
So? What's the problem with that? Everyone wants to be rich. It's human nature.
But surely you have dreams of your own beyond...
You don't get it, do you? My dream is to invest in other people's dreams. And just thinking about it makes me happy.
Thank you.
For the device?
And the pendant.
Oh, that. I was just returning a favor. Don't worry about it.
Seems like we've both been away from home for a...
Yeah. So long that I barely remember what my family...
That would be your mother, father, and sister?
Yeah. Though it's been years since... It's not like I want to forget them, obviously, but... Memory can be even more ruthless than the most calculating business person. Beyond a certain point, if something isn't helping you, my sister can't help me now. Slowly but surely, her face is fading from my mind's eye.
Not everything will fade. When loved ones pass away, the beautiful memory...
Yeah, that's true. If you ask me, that's the...
Well, that, plus, I'm sure that life is much better now than it was back...
Oh, absolutely. I have tons of Mora, a big beautiful house, business is booming, and I'm as happy as can be. You've got a lot going for you too. Boss of the Curatorium of Secrets? I'm sure there's plenty of Mora to be made in that line of work.
I appreciate the vote of confidence.
How have you been holding up? Any adverse reactions? If you start to take a turn for the worse, make sure you tell me right away.
You don't need to worry about me, Grandmaster. I'm fine. I mean, I barely...
What? You're too humble, young man.
You played an indispensable role in the battle for Nodcry. We can't thank you enough for your support. Sometimes, when people praise you, it's because you deserve it. The best thing is to accept it calmly and with grace.
Let's do a quick demonstration. Albedo, that was an incredible feat of alchemy. The pressure was on, but you worked flawlessly at lightning speed to get the job done.
Thank you. I can't take all the credit, though. Durin played a big part in forming the alchemical array.
See? Did you catch that? A masterclass in how to take a compliment.
Okay, yeah. I did work pretty hard to help prepare for the battle. No point denying.
Hey, you guys!
Hey, look who's bounced back. Looking good, traveler.
Seems like you've recovered. You won't need to take any more
Can I get you a drink?
Huh? You know how to order at a bar now? You sure?
Handling a drinks order is ridiculously simple compared to alchemy. Don't worry, I'll blend into society.
Paimon believes it. You're clearly a fast learner. To be totally honest, though, Paimon didn't quite follow all the details when you first explained the plan to us.
Don't worry, that's completely understandable. Unless you're a student of alchemy, it's hard to grasp the...
To put it in the simplest terms, we saw how our enemy stole the power of Kuvaki. And that gave us the idea of when facing an enemy you have no hope of defeating, it's best not to engage. So, instead of looking for a way to overpower him, we decided to help Columbina get strong enough to at least stand up. For this to work, we had to analyze his modes of attack, confirm who his main target was. For added security, we prepared a total of 4 arrays. But to mitigate the impact of the battle, we identified one location in particular. The alchemical array absorbed his abyssal power. Then Durin processed it to render it usable by Columbina. That power enabled her to do what would otherwise have been nigh on impossible.
What surprised me was that Dainsleif actually agreed to join us. Given his history with Rarir, he had every right to sit this one out. But we're extremely grateful for the decision he made.
It must have been a painful choice to make. But I'm sure that making a decision was far better for him.
Absolute. He was torn between 2 paths, but in the end, he made his choice and stuck to it resolutely. He doesn't strike me as the sort of person who'd stay. Anyway, however you cut it, everyone gave a stellar performance. And now, it's...
That's the only reason you're here?
Yes. I've thought a lot about it. And I've realized that you, me, and Arlecchino, I think this is very important. So I felt I had...
Well, this is a new one. I'm so moved. I can't even hold my teacup. If that's all, you can leave now.
Do you not want to be friends with me? Or is it that you prefer being co-workers?
What is this, Columbina? Are you deliberately testing my patience threshold? Right now, my politeness module is active. But if you say another word, I swear I'll shut it down.
If your politeness module was active, wouldn't you say the word please at some point?
Polonia, please see Lady Columbina to the door.
Will you still invite me to your next tea party?
What?
Yes, I think you will. Bye-bye, dear Sandrone.
Last time, the Wild Hunt escorted you out. Would you rather I handled it myself this time?
We just wanted to, see how you were doing now that it's...
Why? Out of concern for my safety? I hope you didn't seriously think that the Ray here of Silnari would be able to lay so much as a
Mostly because you kind of helped us out, so we just wanted to check you were okay. Looks like all your robots are fixed, huh?
Oh, don't you worry about that. Tea time is already a write-off. The visitor before you managed to kill my... If you're in the mood for tea, go ahead and help yourself. Otherwise, my coasters are still missing in action, though. Use this notebook instead.
Whoa! Pretty hefty notebook.
You can ignore those. They're just dumb scribbling. I doodle and write in my free time. Sometimes I remember the distant dreamlike past. Sometimes I imagine the far-flung future. And other times, I grit my teeth and note down all the crazy nonsense going on in the present. Some people do the crosswords in the newspaper. Trying to predict the future is like daydreaming. And writing about the present just makes me furious. The past is my favorite. If nothing else, it's already set in stone, so I don't have to rack my brains trying to figure... Although, having said that, the only vaguely interesting memory in my past is probably that guy they call Lord Artificer. Who else? Pretty much all the Mecha and Fontaine are his personal handiwork.
Wait, are you saying you know him? Like,
I mean, I guess we were friendly enough. Yep. In fact, I'm probably the only normal person left who knew him at all. We used to chat occasionally back when he was still around. Before he passed away, he asked me to destroy all his manuscript. I honored his request. But I did read through everything first before destroying. I mean, I couldn't let the genius of Lord Artificer Alain Guillotin disappear like that. Would have been...
So... that's where the formulas in your notebook of...
I just told you. Those are my equivalent of crossword puzzles. They're just dumb formulas that I solved for fun when Alain's work was like epic poetry. The formulas in my notebook, not that there's anything bad about them. I mean, at least, solving those riddles isn't going to hurt anyone. Except me, because I lose. Anyway, while we're on the topic, I might as well tell you about what happened to him and his friends. Alain Guillotin had two close buddies, Renee and Jacob. They spent their childhood years together in the Narzissenkreuz Institute. They were all quite competitive, so there was some rivalry between them. But it was a friendly rivalry. But beneath the friendship and the rivalry ran something deeper, a sense of nostalgia for the past. Unfortunately, childhood would end. The prophecy would come true. The apocalypse would arrive. And a mad dream that would normally only capture the minds of lunatics begin to take root in their heart. And if Renee and Alain had been people of lesser wits, that dream would probably have ended up as something for them to joke about in their old... But alas, they were some of the sharpest minds around. They nurtured that dream with the full power of their intellect, and it grew into something that ate away at their... The first of them to fall under its spell was Renee. Against Alain's wishes, he persisted in experimenting on a mutual friend of theirs to try and save their life. Alain did not approve and parted ways with... It's complicated. Alain wanted to believe that Renee only did what he did for the sake of their friendship. But when he told me about what happened, I could tell he still had some Perhaps the seed that would grow into a nightmare had already sprouted in Renee's mind. Even then, the next time they met, Renee's soul had been completely engulfed by the dream of salvation. His futile attempt to change the tide of fate only resulted in a wave that... And although that wave died down eventually, I hear that it just recently came back with a vengeance. As I understand, Renee wanted to live out his dream of salvation once more. But I'm told that the attempted resurgence finally died out for good. At long last, Renee awoke from his deluded dream. What do you think of Renee? Do you admire his transcendent genius? His view that any price was worth paying to achieve the lofty goal? Or do you despise him? Dismiss him as an evil madman who wrought havoc on the lives of everyone around him. Same difference, really. Just a matter... What a cop-out. But I suspect you'd have a more incisive and insightful answer if we dug into it. I don't like fanatics who give up their whole lives for their ideology. Nor do I like fools who let their delusions take control. Maybe I could understand if Renee had just been an ordinary person. But he had a sage-like intellect. and still managed to get himself Anyway, that's enough about Renee. Now, moving on to Alain Guillotin, the Lord Arch. He managed to put a stop to the first storm whipped up by Renee. But after that, to his credit, I suppose, the loss of his family and friends was purely a tragic accident. It's not like after that, the only thing supporting his work was the same dream that had dragged his closest friend down to. But although the desire to save Fontaine drove him to found the Fontaine Research Institute, Alain continued to reject any form of transcendental knowledge or power. He was suspicious and fearful of it. I think that formulas and machines derived solely from human intellect were the only thing that gave him a sense of spiritual Yet Alain's intellect was simply too great. It barely left him space to breathe in his. Once he realized that the end of his life was approaching, he finally accepted the truth. The Nazissenkreuz he quit working on his formulas, trading them in for the fairy tales that had played such a formative role in his childhood, but which he barely touched. He told me that the director of the Nazissenkreuz Institute used to read those fairy tales to the children as bedtime stories. Apparently, they worked wonders. I think that all he wanted at that time in his life was to be able to sleep deeply without being plagued by depression. By that point, nothing else. At the very end, he laid down to rest in the ruins of the former Nazissenkreuz Institute orphanage. While the Fontaine Research Institute, many years after that, tensions over competing dreams would once again cause a rift. This time between members of the and that is the story of two people from the Nazis. One went all in on his fantasy of salvation, without the other sought desperately to burn bright in his life. I do sometimes wonder why even the grandest tree starts as a tiny seed. So perhaps they were young children with friends and family who mattered to them. Or maybe, but instead, do you think the desire to save oneself is enough of a justification to The way you said that sounded just like Alain. I asked him this. He gave no elaboration. All right, tea time's over. I owe Arlecchino a favor for telling me these stories. I'll have to bring a whole sack of gifts the next time I visit the house of the. I'm gonna go tinker with Polonia now. You guys can do whatever you want, as long as it doesn't Polonia, exit hibernation mode. Begin diagnostic.
Unleashing the power of the Divine Throne.
Add Astra. Thank you for Add Astra.
exploration and trials. Adventuring is right up